I think actually the flesh constructs might be tasked with guarding this place? Possibly? We were told not to rile the patients, but
Just say the word.
we'll talk with one. If it goes badly, then we won't talk to any more. A curved spine twists this woman's posture forward, her greasy hair draped over her large eyes like vines. She smiles at us. You must be visiting someone. Then, noting your appearance, she adds, a friendly visit, I hope. Ah, she seems friendly enough. Fedoran just breathing a sigh of relief here. He was hoping that... Well, he was expecting her to be a nutcase. Asking her why she's in here. Behind her hair, her cheeks flush. I don't want to say. You'll think less of me. Huh. Making a pass at her? Oh, no. Go on. You can tell me, says Fedoran. I'm not judgmental. These last few years haven't been kind to me. They haven't been kind to anyone, really. I try not to think of it as personal. I lost my husband and both boys in the Saints' War. My daughter, the legacy took her before she was ever mine. I made do. What else can you do? I moved into a tiny place in Ondra's gift. Got by mending clothes and on the kindness of strangers when I had to. But I was surviving, and the gods were watching over me. I could live with that. Then one day this noble woman comes in, wants this fancy gown fixed. Gorgeous thing, this shade of blue I'd never seen before. Only I looked at it, and it reminded me of something. I had what they call an awakening. I remembered being a noblewoman myself in another life. People doting over me. Men doting over me. Me. The best food. The most beautiful home. All the things you'd never dare to dream of. They were mine. It was poison knowing that. All those things that I had that I'll never have in this life. It did something to me. My food started to taste rotten. The walls in my little room seemed to close in around me. I stopped being able to sleep in my own bed. So I came here. It was that or break into an estate and start ordering servants around. Seems like such a silly thing to worry about. You don't have to tell me, but I can't get past it, and I start to wonder, did the gods choose this life for me? And if so, what terrible thing must I have done to deserve it? Oh, it's kind of sad really, isn't it? Very sad. Trying to reassure her. Maybe you'll get there again one day. If not in this life, then in another. The strange part is, I think even the best wouldn't be good enough for me anymore. I think it must have gotten to the point when I was that noble lady. Have you noticed any of the patients around here acting unusually? Well, there's Batixa, who relives a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Idleman, who they say only has half a soul, and who was found collecting the faces of others because he believed his own to be a false one. Graham, he speaks in a language no one understands and wails at night sometimes. Yes, I assume that is normal behaviour for them, but I'm talking about different from their normal behaviour. Ah, well, yes, I suppose, but nothing they didn't volunteer for. Master Azo let us know that a number of patients in the North Ward had volunteered for a new therapy and would be escorted to his laboratory to receive treatment. The North Ward has our most troubled cases. I'm glad some of them have chosen to get help. It seems to me it's gotten quieter over there since it started. It's Graham I see them taking in the most. He struggles, but he always was a bit of a wild one. Yes, North Ward. Would I be able to visit this North Ward? They like to keep them separate. I don't know that I've ever seen the guards allow a visitor. Just Master Azo. You might ask him, he's very sympathetic. Okay, well, that'll do for now. So we need to speak with Graham in the North Ward.
Hey.
How big is this place? Pretty big. Oh. I have no clue if we're allowed to be walking. Well, here we are. The leader of this place give us free rein. Free rein he gave us. Something churns and bubbles in the tank. So this is some kind of an experiment. Wow, we just literally found him straight away. What are the odds? Okay. Well, seeing as we're here...
Yeah?
Alright, so he's a round-faced balding man, turns to face us. His upper lip is pulled upwards slightly by his pointed nose, exposing his upper teeth when he scowls. A good-looking man as well, obviously.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, he doesn't like the sound, doesn't like that we've intruded. Demoted? We didn't hear that, did we? I suppose just stating our intentions, making a request that we want access to the North Ward. No questions, no dithering about. Stating our intention. Out of the question. Those patients are in isolation for a reason. Your forehead seems damp all of a sudden, Fedoran's saying. Perhaps I should discuss your insubordination with the head warden.
You smug cretin. How dare you come down here and meddle? You have no idea the importance of my research.
Oh, his fists. He balls up his fist and digs his teeth into his index finger, a growl simmering beneath his breath, and a deep scowl compressing his face. But I got a feeling he'll comply.
Fine. Speak to them for all the good it'll do you. I'm sure the discussions will be fascinating.
He pulls a heavy key from one of his pockets and nearly slams it down on the floor before handing it to you. Thank you. We don't want to rile him any further. Or do we? No, I don't think actually we did. I don't know. Did we hear he was demoted? I can't recall if anybody told us that. No, we'll just take the key and go to the North Ward.
Hey.
Thank you. I shall come back with my findings if necessary. Fedoran feels like he's got so much power. Granted free reign of this area. Taking keys off important people. These look like cells of some sort. Patience. Oh my gosh. More patience. Excuse me, Mr. Construct, looking very menacing. Oh, this is a very big place. Alright, this looks to be an office of some kind.
Yeah? Hey.
Okay, so have we been in here? It looks like a storage room really, but I'll just cast our eyes.
Hey.
So this looks like the North
Hey.
Ward. Oh dear. So just speaking through the windows here, seeing if we can find who we need
Yeah.
to speak to. Is this my face? Tell me. Edelman. Oh. So we've heard about him. He's not who we need to speak to, but let's see if we can speak to him. Nope.
Hey.
Can we speak to... Nobody in this one. Somebody in this one, though.
Ready when you are.
Aha! This man has the look in his eyes of a hunted animal. And at your approach, he staggers backward to the far corner of his cell, halfway appearing as though he would climb the walls if it would get him further away from you. He cries out, a bizarre, primal utterance like nothing you have heard. Fedoran announcing he needs to ask some questions. Graham looks at you blankly. It is unclear whether he understands you or not, but his panic has momentarily subsided. He opens his mouth to speak, but the words that come out are half-formed, as though his tongue were cut out. They're impossible for you to discern, if indeed they are words at all. Arloth making a noise of disgust. Those animancers did this to him. You can see what comes of their meddling. Yes. You're afraid. Do certain visitors make you afraid? He looks at you with uncertainty. Slowly, tentatively, he steps closer to the front of his cell, and as he does so, for the first time, you can perceive his soul within your ken. It is misshapen, as though maimed by some jagged instrument, and large expanses of it have been gouged out entirely. You feel no barriers of resistance. If you wanted to, you could look further into Graham's soul. Well, of course we want to look further into his soul. Fedoran peering in. You project out toward the main soul in front of you, merging with it, its confusion and fear becoming yours as it whisks you into its depths. You're in your cell. A key turns. The door creaks open on neglected hinges. Thoughts come to you in waves, incomplete, broken, fearful. Standing at the door is a rotund, balding man. His upper teeth and pointy nose remind you of a rat. He beckons, apologetic. You don't want to go. Anything else. In your mind is a single word, and the word is no. But it dissolves before it reaches your lips. You press against the back wall, cornered. You cry out. In darkness, you fight against unseen restraints. You cannot move your arms or legs. The man walks into the room carrying a lit candle, its meagre flame casting long shadows across books and machinery. Straps bind your arms and legs. Cold metal circumscribes the crown of your head and the breadth of your chest. The man is sorry. He is in need of raw materials. They dismantled his work, and he needs another source. He needs to show them he was right. He thanks you. Then he turns a knob and you feel yourself begin to crack from within, and you can feel pieces of you torn away, like having your insides chewed by a horde of rats, and you are screaming a scream you can barely hear. Continue. Another night. Heavy footsteps outside your door, coming for you. You look through a slit in your door, the flesh giant, the artificial being, just outside but facing left. Facing the end of the hall. The boy there. The boy looks with interest at the giant, then collapses to the floor like a shed snakeskin. The giant convulses for a moment and rights itself, turns away and leaves. Graham looks at you, still wide-eyed but somehow more present. He nods and walks back to the end of his cell. Ooh. Strange behaviour by a boy at the far end of the North Ward.
Hey.
Probably that cell right there.
Yeah?
A willowy adolescent boy stands in the corner of his cell, gawkish and stoop-shouldered. He stares straight ahead, the occasional blink his only movement, and it is unclear whether he registers your presence at all behind his glassy, doll-like eyes. In this state, the barriers between your soul and his are thin and porous, easily bypassed if you should wish it. Again, Fedoran delving in. You close your eyes and edge forward towards the boy's soul, and as you near, a sudden malaise comes over you. You are cold and warm all at once, sweating and shivering and straining for breath, as you did on the caravan journey. The soul you approach is the wrong one, a parasitic plant that strangles its host. It is predatory and pitiless, and you have crossed paths with it before. Too late does it occur to you to retract, and already you feel yourself plunging into some interminable abyss of thought and memory. You are standing in a cell now, the same cell in a sanitarium. The halls are moonlit and empty, and you are waiting. At the far end of the ward, the door opens, revealing a flesh golem in silhouette beneath this stone archway. It makes its usual rounds, the same stops every time, the misbegotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is close, you coil yourself up and spring forward, passing out of the boy's body as though it were a membrane. You can sense the body behind you, collapsing to the floor, a puppet whose strings are cut. You are rushing toward the golem now, bodiless as a gust of wind. Quickly you think to yourself, quickly, and you feel the strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake the soul implanted within, encircling it, suppressing it, and contained in this new vessel, you are strong again. You step heavy-footed down corridors, unheeded by the other constructs and scrutinized only by the wary, untrustworthy eyes of the mad, coming at last to an office piled with books and scribbled papers and the perverse implements of animancy. You set your oversized hands upon a large machine, a nest of globes and tubes and coils in the centre of the room, and go to work, bending wires and unsettling alignments. Your surroundings are pulled past you. Or perhaps you are pulled past them and they dissolve into a blur. When they settle into place again, you are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd stacked high above you on the tiered seats of an amphitheatre. You are acting for the crowd, standing deliberately still, but this is no play. A balding man with rodent-like features is strapping you to a machine, the one you had tampered with. You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, unmistakably those of a little girl, but this body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. The body itself is cold and vacuous, unlike the others. This one has no soul of its own. The man speaks and the crowd applauds with an enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. "Bear witness," he says, and he pulls a lever. The machine shivers and sparks, and a bead of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow. But the crowd's apprehension quickly gives way to awe as a crystal globe fills with a radiant mist that casts the entire theatre aglow. He opens a valve and the glow crawls through a tube along a length of copper wiring that runs to a set of electrodes beneath your armpits. You feel nothing when it reaches you, as it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically for some time, altering notes and settings and playing puppeteer for Hollowborn, but you make it look how people would expect it to look when a body is infused with a soul. In a moment the machine goes dark and the man unstraps you, eyeing you with a scientist's concern. He looks back up to the crowd. "Behold," he says, but there is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly you take a plodding step forward, and then another, and another. You look up at the man, giving him the eye contact of which no Hollowborn is capable, and the crowd gasps. The man looks relieved. "How do you feel?" he asks at a volume meant for the crowd. And this is the moment. At the top of your lungs you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you, his hands outstretched, but you run the other way, back to the machine. With all your strength you drive your head into the crystal globe and it shatters, streaking your head with warm blood. You drive your head down onto the surface of the machine again and again, drawing panic screams from the crowd, and by the time the man reaches you, your body has already ceased proper function and merely twitches on the cold ground. Satisfied, you depart the corpse in search of another unsuspecting host. Who could put their faith in animancy now? You are pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of memories and lifetimes, deeper and deeper past betrayals and murders and lies upon lies that form the thick webbing of plots beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on a room you have seen before, expansive, with a tall device encasing an Adra monolith at its centre. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, appraising, calculating. There is no mistaking now that it is the soul of the man who caused your awakening that gazes out from that borrowed husk. A watcher? This is the soul of the man who caused your awakening that gazes out from that borrowed husk. Alright, so, yeah. Fedoran looking for answers, stating that we share a common past. Is that so? He makes no effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes. He makes a slight grunting noise and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems for that moment that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, then seems to think better what he is about to say. His jaw tightens. "I know your look. You hunger. Hunger for answers that elude you. It gnaws at your soul. It usurps your reason for being. You are like everyone. I will help. I will help you let go." He dodges backward with a startling grace, putting himself out of reach. On his face there is no malice, only the dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. And suddenly he slumps forward. Oi! Oh! Oh, oi! I think we've been attacked. What in the hell, fire and brimstone, is going on here? We're in completely the wrong formation. Right, this is bad. This is bad. I don't know what's going on. Okay. We're just getting into position. Right, Graham is here, so we'll have Itumak take care of Graham. We'll have Nadal take care of the crazed patient, and we'll have Adair try and see if he can knock down. Can he knock down the flesh construct? Possibly. Right, okay, we're in position now. Not a problem. Right, now we're going to go with... I forgot to change my spell books. A handy spell is Chill Fog, but we don't have it, I don't think, so I'll have to make do without it. Right, we'll start with... we'll just start with the per encounter usage. Uh-oh. Right. Armour. Yes, that's good, that's good. That's good. Right, she needs to be attacking the same character as her pet for maximum bonuses. Holy cow, this is getting out of hand here. The flesh construct is down. Right, I think we're going to need some bounding missiles from you and from Aloth. We'll go for dazzling lights, I think. About there. Itumak taking care of him. He's taking care of the flesh constructor, doing a damn good job of it at the moment. Okay, that's good, that's good. Got a bit of death and destruction going on here. Flesh construct's almost down. Idleman's coming forth. Putting defender stance on now, just in case he tries to walk past and get the back line. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Crazed patients here, all ganging up on Nadog, who is just absolutely swinging like a wild one. More missiles, please. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to use an attack-based spell with our priest for the time. But in fact, no, we're going to go for a blessing. Increase our damage output. Batixter. There's more of them than we thought. Nadog is going down pretty quickly here. The crazed patients are almost dead though. Shooting hell, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Is he alive? Is he alive? Iconic projection. Right there. See casting. He's not doing anything right. Batixta's there. He's down. He's got 2 people here. I think one more set of blights, maybe. Really need to help. Nadog if we can. We'll take Itumak against the flesh construct. Sagani, poison. Does raw damage over time. It's not. It's just Envenom Strike. Right, Envenom Strike against the flesh construct. Nadog still trying to get Savage Defiance off. He's casting Iconic Projection. We'll see if we can knock down one of these guys. What are you doing? He's casting another Abounding Missile, I think. Right, I think Nadog is down. Nadog has fallen. He's done some damage though, bless him. He's indeed fallen over. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Run! Get her! She's run loose! Is that a woman or a man? I don't care. She's loose. He's loose. Somebody is loose! About the hoose! Any more? Right, no. We should be okay here. We're doing alright. What's he doing? Who's he going for? Aloth? Come this way. Going into melee is Sagani. Trying to just pick this person up. Right, he's down. Flesh Construct's only got a bit of health left. Badly injured. This one's injured. We'll just keep them busy with Itumak for now. Right, we need to get rid of this person as quickly as possible, so we're going to go for missiles there. These can be knocked over, so I think Slicken might help if they put Itumak down. Right, he's down. He's down. Right, we're going to go for Minor Blights. Meanwhile, we'll see if we can save Itumak with a Slicken. Taking Adair, put her back on ranged and attack the Flesh Construct with another Envenom Strike. Alright, good. Oh boy!
I'd say it's time to get a campfire going and let's sleep.
Hey.
I'd probably agree. That was a fun fight. I really enjoyed that. Loads of rubbish. God, it's kicking off royally. Can you hear that screaming?
Ready when you are.
Goodness gracious.
Hey.
Is that like a chamber pot? Why is there a scroll and coin in a chamber pot?
Hey. Hey.
The Night Mirror added. This quest expires in 2, so we've got a quest now as well as a guest.
Hey.
So yeah, we uncovered the Leaden Key operative. He has the ability to possess those with weak souls and was using one of the patients to influence Cadman Azo's animancy research. So where do we go? Back to Cadman Azo probably to start with, and if he's not sane or he's done a bunk on us, then we to the head watcher, the head whatever he's called, the big head honcho here. Hopefully, we are going to be attacked by everything on site. Bloody hell! It's only one.
Leave it to me.
So we should be all right. And another one. Holy cow!
All right then.
Oh hey, we've leveled up with this lovely weapon which I can't pronounce. The Blue Stone Scepter. Nice. We'll look at that in more detail another time, because right now we're a little bit busy trying to escape this madhouse. Right, do you know what? Since things have gone completely and utterly tits up, we're going to loot everything from this place. We didn't loot something in the office because, well, we didn't want to take things. But now, screw it. Get out of my...
How long has it been?
Don't worry. Oh my god, Wicts! What in the gods is happening here? So, well, another thing I didn't realise is that we probably don't need it here, but his radiance, holy radiance, actually does damage to vessels. So these are vessels, for instance. So if we use it, he'd absolutely boom, burn them to death. But they're only weak, so.
Yes. Hey.
Oh, we got bodies and everything. We're probably going to have to explore all of this area now, because everything's just gone completely and utterly wrong.
Hey.
We're going to go into the office here. Was this the office? No, it wasn't. Right, where was the office where that... Oh, down here.
Hey.
Yeah, we're just going to nick everything.
Hey.
This place is in uproar. No point of leaving stuff behind at this point. Into the main room where there's probably tons of these things. Just got to be careful that we don't draw too many people on us at the same time.
Hey.
Some more wicks. Okay, quite a few wicks. Actually, are these vessels? Are these vessels as well? Yeah, they are. Just want to see how much Durance. I don't think Durance is very accurate with his gun.
Hey.
I think he does have an ability that gives him extra accuracy with it, or extra bonus stats with this weapon, as part of being a priest of Magron, which I will probably get if I respec him.
Hey. Hey.
Now, where was... Yeah, I want to go down here.
I'll see it done. It's finished.
Ooh! Raven Wing. Hey, look at that, a unique mace. Nice.
Hey.
Oh, he's still here. All very calm whilst the whole ward goes up in arms.
Just say the word.
What have you done?
Yeah?
Don't blame me. Is everybody down here dead? Or missing? Probably.
What is it? Where there's a pick, there's finished.
Ooh. Patient records. I'll read those later. And a note from Azo.
Hey.
Well, Mordred is still here.
Ready when you are.
Hey.
I'm getting out of here. It's not safe anymore. Look at that, a patient running free. Good grief. I don't think the head warden's going to be happy here. What the blazes happened down there? You were given permission to ask questions. We did ask questions, it just went a little bit Pete Tong. Alright, so explaining about the fact that Azza was being influenced by a patient. But the patient wasn't really himself at the time, and it sounds like we're being cut off. I have read accounts of people in history who could do what you describe. The accounts are few and brief and never reliable. Some go as far as to suggest that they are all the same person. If truly such a person was here among us plotting our ruin, would that I had a body again and could be of some real use in our time of need. I fear what the future may hold for this place. I am grateful you were able to dispatch the threat before there was a loss of innocent life. We very nearly had another scandal on our hands. What of Azo? What part did his experiments play in this catastrophe? Alright, so he didn't cut us off, we were just explaining the entire story. We can make it as if we can actually spare his blushes here. Say that he was only trying to help and it was the Leaden Key who took advantage of him. We can blame him and say that his experiments would have eventually resulted in another scandal. Or the neutral option is that the Leaden Key would have found a way to interfere even without Azo. Is that strictly true? Maybe they would, but he certainly made it easy for them. I mean, the chap hasn't done anything wrong to us, really. I think we'll just go here and just say that the Leaden Key would have found a way to interfere with the Sanitarium even without Azo. Your half answer suggests a bias, but it also suggests it's as close to the truth as I'll get from you. Cadman will remain here, but he will be monitored, and under no circumstances will he have access to any equipment. Yeah, maybe we should have been harsher, but, Fedoran trying to be a diplomat. Ooh, I don't think that was the required answer. Nothing seems to have developed.
Ready when you are.
Perhaps we should...
Greetings.
Any news? Eh? That doesn't seem to have caused the quest update. Why? Odd.
Hey.
Let me just...
Ready when you are. Greetings.
Hey.
Okay, we'll leave and see if anything happens. If not, it seems a bit odd. Oh no, yeah. Okay, it's finished. The Man Who Waits. It's greyed out. Okay.
Hey.
I have almost an anticlimactic way to finish the quest.
Good day to you.
Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadret House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Aloth here. They say she's an ancient spider spinning her nets through the city. Looking at us. If she wishes to see you, that either bodes very well or very ill. Well, we know where Hadret House is. It's just down the bottom corner, I think. Tell me about this Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's, well, no one's seen her, exactly, in a long time, but she's the mistress of Dunrid Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passers-by with suspicion. Quietly he continues. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. Exactly the kind of person we wish to meet. Really. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country, before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, best you ask Lady Webb first. You mentioned Dunrid Row. What's that? A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadret House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in this city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens you can make a pretty good guess as to why. And how exactly did you know where to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. All right then. Bidding him good day. We shall visit this Lady Webb in our own time. We won't be summoned like some lackey. Yeah, Hadret House is down here.
Hey.
Right now, we're rather busy. Rather tired, in fact. So we're going to head back to the charred barrel, where we shall rest up. Where I think Fedoran will once again give his speech about team tactics, this time to Durrance and Sagani. After the last fight with all those constructs and things, he's just got a few pointers that he would like to address. Yes, nothing major, just a few little tips that I've noticed whilst eyeing you all in action. Yes, so that'll be next time. And then we've got a choice. Do we visit Hadret House whilst we are here, or do we return back to our keep? Because some things require our assistance.
Hey.
There are people waiting for an audience. There's a mission to do. I mean, Kana wants to go down to the Endless Paths. Lots and lots to be cracking on with. So join me next time to find out what Fedoran decides. Until then, see you soon.